Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about hair fibers and answer the most common questions people ask all the time. I'll cover what are the different types of hair fibers. Are hair fibers noticeable? Does hair fibers fit all hair types? Is it safe to use hair building fibers? What to look for in a high quality hair fiber? Do hair fibers clog pores? Do hair fibers cause hair loss? How long does it last? Do hair fibers wash out? Can I sleep with it? Does it come off in sweat and rain? So now let's start with the first question. What are the different types of hair fibers and what are hair fibers made of? So there are two types of fibers. Cotton fibers versus keratin fibers, meaning that hair fibers are derived from plant or animal. The most common fibers from plant are cotton, and the most common fibers from animal are keratin. Cotton fibers are made from 100% cotton. These hair fibers are all cellulose hairs that attach to your existing hair and instantly make your hair look thicker and fuller. Cotton fibers have a unique property, meaning they can endure the strongest wind, rain, and sweat. These tiny fibers are treated with static electricity charge to allow them to securely bind to the natural hair and stay in place the entire day. Cotton fibers are a safe, effective, economical, and a great option, giving natural-looking fullness and thickness to your hair until the next shampoo. Cotton fibers are harmless, so you can well use with hair transplants and are significantly compatible with all hair products. They are free of animal ingredients or synthetic dyes. And now for the other type of fibers, which are keratin fibers. Because keratin fibers are the first ones on the market and therefore became the most popular, people tend to think that they are the safest source of fibers. Though time has changed and technology has improved dramatically, so that's not the case anymore. Keratin is mainly derived from animal source, and there is a possibility of contamination with some harmful bacteria and other contaminants that can cause itchiness and irritation to your scalp. Keratin fibers can look good and natural just as much as cotton fibers, though it's a lot more expensive to make and not as safe as cotton-based fibers. Does it worth it? I'm not sure. If it's your first time trying hair fibers, I would definitely recommend you start with plant-based fibers. So now after we've covered the two types of fibers, let's move on to the next question. Do hair fibers fit all hair types? The answer to that is yes. It doesn't matter what type of hair you have. It can be oily, dry, curly, straight, and afro. It will fit you. You just need to make sure you choose the right color for you. Are hair fibers noticeable? A high-quality fiber should look very natural and undetectable. A rule of thumb is the thinner the fibers, the more natural-looking they are. The reason being is that thinner fibers are simply less noticeable to the eye. Is it safe to use hair-building fibers? So the answer is yes in most cases. What I mean by that is that not every hair fiber is safe to use as it can cause irritation and clog pores. Only with high-quality fibers you can make sure it won't clog your pores or cause irritation. You must be asking yourself, okay, so which ones are the high-quality hair fibers? So here are some of the main things you should make sure when you choose your fibers. The fibers should be very light and not heavy. The reason is that you don't want to clog your pores with heavy fibers, which can lead to more hair loss. The way to check that is by simply putting the different type of fibers on a white piece of paper and see what's the thinnest one. Also, to prevent any irritation of your scalp, you need to make sure that the fibers are 100% natural. If it's irritating, it means it's not 100% natural and you should stop using it. And now the next question people ask all the time. Do hair fibers clog pores? This is maybe one of the most important questions. First, you need to know that clogging pores can be very bad for your hair and can even lead to more hair loss. The only thing that can prevent fibers from clogging pores is if they're very light, and I mean very light. Usually, low-quality fibers are heavy, and you can visually see that. Remember, simply test it on a white piece of paper and compare them. That leads me to the next common question, which is, do hair fibers cause hair loss? So the answer is no, as long as you make sure they don't clog your pores. So now let's talk about fibers' durability. How long does hair fibers last? Hair fibers last until you wash your hair. So it means if you wash your hair on a daily basis, you'll need to apply it every day if you want to keep the fuller look. The next question I always get is, do hair fibers wash out? The answer is yes. They wash out with shampoo. Sometimes fibers can stay even when they are in contact with water, but it can change their texture. The reason is that any hair fibers, and I mean any hair fibers, are not compatible with humidity. So no matter what anyone is going to say, rest assured it's not optimal with water, even if it's a high-quality fibers. Another common question is, can I sleep with the fibers at night? The answer is definitely yes, you can. But note that only the quality hair fibers will remain the same natural look and won't change their texture after a night of sleep. A low-quality fibers will change their texture, so you'll need to apply it every day to maintain a natural look. The final question is, does it come off in sweat and rain? So let me tell you, any quality hair fibers should hold perfectly fine with light rain and sweat. But people who are very thin and barely have hair for the fibers to attach to need to use a fiber hold spray. I also recommend using it when it's in the frontline area to avoid any fallouts on the forehead. The fiber hold spray will create that extra bonding between the fibers and the hair strand and prevents any fallouts. So how to recognize a good quality fiber hold spray? A good fiber hold spray should not make your hair too sticky and fades out after an hour or two. It should also add a nice texture to your hair and make the fibers look even more natural. So to conclude everything I've talked about, here's a summary of what you should look for in your fibers. 1. It's always better to choose a plant-based fibers rather than keratin fibers because it's safer to use and there are less side effects. 2. A good quality fibers should look completely undetectable. 3. Hair fibers are safe to use as long as they are good quality, meaning light and thin. 4. Light fibers won't clog your pores, so make sure you test them on a piece of paper and compare. 5. Water isn't optimal for any kind of fibers, so try to avoid humidity. 6. A quality fibers will keep their texture after a night of sleep and sweat. 7. The fiber hold spray is great if you're really thinning, but not a must for everyone. The quality fiber hold shouldn't make your hair too sticky and will make the fibers look even more natural. That's it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the like button so I can continue making more videos like that. Please do not hesitate to comment below for any other questions you may have. Good luck!